Hello there my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to another Conquest video guide. Now you will be able to find this and all my other Conquest guides on my SWGOH for Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. Now in this video I'll be going through Sector 2, just showing you some of the teams that I used here to get progress towards both global as well as sector feats. I'll do a separate video as usual for the mini boss and the final boss battles, so be on the lookout for that one as well. It's coming out shortly after this video. Now to begin, let's first review the feats. Here we have to complete in Sector 2. We have to defeat 60 enemies with rebel fighter units. Seems a bit random because usually we have to defeat 50 enemies, but for some reason this one is 60, so I guess we'll have to do a couple of extra battles than normal, and then we have to win 14 battles with no attackers in your squad. Attempt to inflict purge 300 times. Oh man, how long have we had these purge feats? So it's been a year I think, and we're still going strong. And then you have to gain foresight 60 times, so this one obviously should be hopefully straightforward whatever you use. Okay, so let's now also look at the data Ds that I'll be using in this video. So we have Stacking Fervor, Amplify Agony, only gray one, but hey, I'll take it. Then we got Ruthless Swiftness, two of them, one gray one, one blue one. So as you can see, I don't have a whole lot. Great selection of data Ds yet, and another gray Ds there, Volatile Accelerator, but at least slowly building up a little bit better data discs. And let's start off by a Rebel Fighters team. Now this isn't, I guess, the best Rebel Fighter team, but I tried to put together a Rebel Fighter team without attackers, so at the same time while we're getting our Rebel Fighter kills, we also are knocking out the no attackers feed here in Sector 2. Biggs is very good because as soon as he's critically hit, he obviously gets a turn and he can get some plays going. Thanks to Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator discs as well here, we are actually, doing some damage, because without attackers we wouldn't have too much damage in this one. As well here with Rebel Fighters, lots of attacks out of turn, and Stacking Fervor eventually increases your damage, that you can also start taking some enemies out. Yeah, let's take care of some of the teams for Purge. Now obviously you could run a full Inquisitor lineup, but then you would not be able to obviously make progress towards the no attackers feat, because most Inquisitors there are attackers. But you can run them on the Palpatine lead, throw in Malak, and you're good to go. Especially if you have Voluntary Vanguard, Malak will get a taunt. There we go, they get the opening plays going, but as soon as we get a turn, I mean, you should be able to run turn meter train on anybody, just because these guys, they dish out so many debuffs, and under Palpatine lead, obviously this fuels the turn meter. Now enemies are kind of getting some turns, that's because I have Volatile Accelerator equipped and I do not have Unstable Decelerator yet. So then anytime we deal damage to them, they're gaining bonus turn meter because of Volatile Accelerator. So if you do, once you do have the full setup, then obviously they won't be gaining turn meter, and you will be able to keep them alive for longer, applying more stacks of Purge. And here we go, this was my first attempt actually at Tarfful lead here with my Wookiees. I just went all kind of light side Wookiees. I mean, to be honest, 3PO and OG Chewie, they can probably carry these battles once you do get good data this set. But still, let's go ahead and check out Tarfful lead in action. I found this Mothma node, I'm like, okay, I think we can handle these guys. Check this out, Pow just threw his AoE and he disappeared from the battle, and that's because Tarfful's lead, I think it deflects 25% of damage back. And then he did AoE, right? Hit 5 targets, and then all that triggered the Amplify Agony effect, and he just defeated him instantly. So definitely, as you can see, Wookiees are durable, survivable. They're Tarfful, he's got guard on him, so he can take a few hits for sure. And then the other guys obviously can just knock them out very, very quickly. So definitely Wookiees with Amplify Agony, I think they're going to be good under Tarfful lead just because of the damage reflection. And we've got another Inquisitor team. So this one is with 5th Brother lead, and again the 3 non-attacking Inquisitors, throwing in Malak and then Darth Malgus for that global Malgus feat. So you can also kind of be double dipping if you want as well, Purge and as well Malgus, depending what you've got. Otherwise, pretty straightforward affair. We're handing out lots of debuffs here, again, triggering all those Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator disc effects. Again, These guys are dying off too quick a little bit because I do not have unstable decelerator yet, but still, you know, you can dish out a good number of purge here under Fifth Brother lead, especially because under his leadership you will be applying purge anytime you use a special ability, I believe. And of course we do have that global clone feat as well. Now there's various ways you can build these clone teams without attackers. Obviously you can't use Hunter, Omega, Clone Sergeant, I believe Code is an attacker as well, and Arc Trooper. So here really you have an option. Okay, do you want to use 5s or Wrecker maybe for the tank, or you know, throw Echo out and have double tank like with 5s and Wrecker. You really like Rex, Bad Batch, Echo and Tech is like the core trio, I guess, of this clone team, and then the rest or whatever you've got. So you get some clone battles done, as well as no attackers here in Sector 2. Bounty Hunters are a little bit annoying, but eventually you do get them down once you get your plays going thanks to Rex lead. Whenever we critically hit, we are gaining a bonus turn meter. I'm stuck behind the boss here again, don't have the best data this set yet. But you know, I'll take 1 gray Amplify Agony and 1 gray Volatile Accelerator over no Volatile Accelerator and Amplify Agony, but hopefully as obviously the sector will go on, I'll get some better data this. But for now, there we go, clones, you know, they can do some good number. If you do have Reva, she's a tank, so you could instead of Malak in that team that I showed you, you put Reva in the lead, and then the other 3 non-attacking Inquisitors, and then again just plug in Malgus for the global Malgus feat, I guess. Again, you know, with Reva things will be easier because with her leadership everybody will start already with 5 stacks of Purge, you know, so you can dish out a lot of Purge. He's got all this AoE with healing immunity and things like that, which obviously all these debuffs play nicely with Amplify Agony and Volatile Accelerator data discs. So you can see we are shredding these guys to bits. There we go. Yeah, okay, Grievous will take a bunch of turns now, but eventually there we go, we do get him down. It's definitely a good way to get a lot of purges done. And of course we do have that global Cal Kestis or Seer Junda feats as well. So one way that I've always been doing is you know, doing it Jedi Master Luke. And again, you know, none of these guys are attackers, so this will also count towards the no attacker feat here in Sector 2. Obviously, if you do have Voluntary Vanguard, you do not need what Luke will just taunt by himself. I did not have it yet at this point. So just, you know, it's a pretty straightforward affair. Whichever enemy you'd kind of take, you just keep calling Cal for an assist, and you know, he will do all the defeating. Obviously all these attacks out of turn are a little bit increasing the offense as well, because I do have Stacking Fervor data disc equipped, so this will a little bit help as well, so you don't solely rely on the Inherent Teachings to doing all the damage. Couple of more hits there we go. So just try to line up all the hits for your Cal. And then a similar team that we have here, and this one is actually with Biggs, so it's the same team, same idea, but instead of calling Cal for assist, you keep calling Biggs for an assist. And then that's how you can also do Rebel Fighter feats as Rebel Fighter kills if you do not have good Rebel Fighters that they can't get a whole lot going. But even low gear Rebel Fighters, you know, I think because of the Mothma's lead that they gain extra, is it 40% like protection and combined protection, so you know they got extra survivability from there. But otherwise, just choose your strongest Rebel Fighter and do some sort of GML cheeses I've shown you there. And Jedi Master Luke, yeah, he likes to join any kind of cheese team. He sure loves some cheese. So in this one, we'll be running under Fifth Brother lead. So if you do not have like other good Inquisitors or something, you can do that as well. Now obviously if you do have Voluntary Vanguard, then instead of Jedi Master Luke you can actually use Malak, because then you know they'll keep hitting Malak, and he'll have permaton because of Voluntary Vanguard data disc, and they'll keep getting feared, and then the rest of your guys can, you know, just go to town really. But otherwise, if you do not have Voluntary Vanguard, you will have to use Watt there and Luke. And there we go, finished off these guys as well. And that's all the battles I wanted to show you in today's video here on Sector 2. So let's just see the progress. So after playing through Sector 2, I'm almost done with the Purge. I just need to go back, do a couple of more battles there, knock out Purge, and then obviously defeating 60 enemies and not 50 with Rebel fighter units. Again, you know, just farming, I guess, some data crowns there on the data crown node at the end of Sector 2. Alright guys, that's all. Hopefully I'll see you in Sector 2 mini boss and final boss video, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.